Hi everyone, I'm Peter, and here is our barrel alarm mounted on tanks. So this is the BRA-5, the 5 standing for the 5 by 5 inch box. So to distinguish it from our BRA-4, which has a 4-inch box, and that's battery powered, mounted on the barrels. This one's mounted on a tank, and it consists of a few elements. One is the timer, which is line powered, 110 volts AC in this case, a sensor, inductive proximity sensor, which senses a metal part on the rack, and then a magnet sensor. So that's just a stick basically. And then the final part of the system is this magnet, which is a rubber encapsulated magnet secured with a titanium screw on this model barrel. So we'll show you how it works by turning it on first. So barrel's rotating. So the system basically sits idle, as you can see from the display, until the horn of the saddle is sensed by the proximity sensor. So when that horn is in place, you can see now that the timer comes on, and it doesn't have to be that close. You can see here we have 15 millimeters of distance. The timer has to sense a magnet every 15 seconds, and it did so right there with the light coming on, indicating that it sensed the magnet. And you can see that the magnet is passing by right now. It sensed it again. And there's quite a bit of distance. We'll try to get another view here. So the magnet's going to come around right there, and again it sensed the magnet. Let's see if we can get yet another view, including the timer. So you can see it's counting down to 7 seconds. It sensed the magnet, and it reset to 15 when it sensed the magnet. And it's going to do that every time. And if it doesn't sense the magnet, it's turning off the rotation. So the rotation is now failed, we'll say, and so now it'll count all the way down to 0, and then we'll get an alarm. And there's our barrel rotation alarm muted. And that'll ring again in 30 minutes, probably won't be necessary. And it's actually a much louder alarm than that. I have it taped off. I just want to mention about the proximity switch, that the reason we selected an inductive proximity switch is that they're ideal for really dirty plating environments. This one is located some distance away from the horn, just to show you what the practical limit of distance is. In practice, you get that as close as you can. But anyway, so the switch is really impervious to almost any kind of debris, dirt, or build-up plating salts. So here I'll demonstrate that with a sheaf of Post-it notes. And you can see if I put it in between there, it doesn't affect the sensing at all. So, and then when the metal part is out of the tank, the whole thing basically goes idle. And you can see here I have the reed switch sensor that senses the magnet. Is just strapped in with some polyethylene loop clamps. That's probably the trickiest part of the overall of the installation. There's also a bracket like this where you can simply mount it on the rim of the bracket and position the probe somewhere where it will pick up the magnet. For rather challenging applications to locate the reed switch sensor, we have this alternate mounting bracket, and basically we just put the reed switch sensor in there, which, by the way, that's a very special epoxy resin used to coat chemical reactors. It's impervious to almost any chemical in a plating shop. Anyhow, what we do is position it in here, and so this would clamp on the tank somewhere, and then this allows you to slide it in and out, rotate it to whatever position is necessary. And of course you got the depth adjustment right here, so you can get to any point in the tank securely with this extra mounting bracket. So that is our BRA-5 barrel rotation alarm for plating tanks. Hope it helps.